Hello. Hi. Um, we're gonna talk about the basic terms and parts ng isang language. Based dito sa PPT na nasa right ko. So, dito muna tayo sa character set. Let's not check dito muna. Ito kasi the basic lang, general meaning ng programming and its purpose, and then what's an algorithm, ganyan. Tapos dito naman is ito. Before pala tayo mag-start dito sa nasa right side, himayin muna natin 'tong nasa left pala. Yeah. Kasi, yeah, you know this parts na 'to, ano lang 'to, knowledge about what C++ language. Dito, makikita niyo yung text editor, which will be, sa case ko, will be code blocks. Ito yung parang software that you can use para makapag-code ka basically. Ayan. And then compiler, used to compile your source code and then translate it into a machine code. So, yung computer, it can actually read your code. Parang siya yung translator, basically. And then, if mag-open ka sa code blocks or may software na ginagamit, ang makikita nyo mostly is ito. Yan. Header or yung library. Hindi, ito pala. We can discuss it here. Makita natin yung header, IOStream, which is the library is included. Dapat lagi siyang included sa top part ng code mo. Always the top part. Kasi ang pagbasa ng isang computer is pababa. Kung sino mauuna, yun yung una niyang babasahin. And then, using namespace std tells the compiler to use the standard namespace. It is used to organize code into logical groups. Int main, which is this part, siya yung nag-hold ng buong codes mo. Like, yan. Kita mo yung brackets. Yeah. Anything within the brackets below the int main is kung ano yung nasa loob niya. The next line is cout. Cout is used para sabihin mo sa computer na cout, meaning nakalabas siya. Kunwari, tong part na to. C++ code parts. Yan. Ilalabas ng computer yan. Meaning, mababasa ng user. Katulad dito, sa top part, sa sample code, hello 2020. Nakalagay siya sa cout. Naka-quotation marks siya. If nasa loob siya ng quotation marks, that means it's a text that you can read. Tapos naka-cout pa. And then, return 0 terminates the main function and causes it to return the value 0 to the calling process. Meaning, parang tatapusin niya yung code. If pagdating dito, pagkalabas ng hello 2020, ayun, tapos na yung code mo dun. Wala nang kasunod. Yun na yung parang basic meaning. And then we have the curly brackets. It indicates the beginning and end of a function, which can also be called the function's body. Information inside the brackets indicates what the function does when executed. Ito po yan. This. And then, like I've said before, cout is used in combination with the insertion operator, which is the red one arrow, as you can see. Insertion operator ang kanyang name. to insert data that comes after it into the stream that comes before. A block is a set of logically, statements. Statement is eto. Yun. Tapos ang block naman is connected statements. Sunod-sunod sila. Tapos laging tandaan na your code, you can have multiple statements on a single line as long as you remember to end each statement with a semicolon. Semicolon is this one. Failing to do so will result in an error. Ayun nga, error. Like, hindi gagana error. Hindi mo ma-run yung code mo. And then, dito sa tools, IDE, compiler, yeah, basically basic stuff about the, software or saan ka magko-code. Ito yung parang tutorial to download the code blocks or yung software na ginagamit ko to code. Tapos dito tayo sa printing text. To print text, katulad ng nandito, oh my gosh, ayan, this is awesome. You have to use cout para mailabas niya. And then, the user can read it. And then, END, which is the end line, as you can see dito, end line, causes it the next statement na bumaba. If wala siyang end line, itong I love programming will be here, dito sa part na to, ng hello world, after ng exclamation part. Hindi siya hihiwalay. Pero, kapag nilagyan mo siya ng end line dito sa line na to, bababa siya, yung second na cout. You can also use \n para it's another, character na you can use para insert ng another line or yung makapagbaba ka ng code mo. And then, ayun, makikita mo yung result kapag nag-n ka. Here, is makikita mo, bumaba yung I love programming dito sa bottom. And then, you can have comments using 2 slashes. It's called a single line comment. Slashes tells the compiler to ignore everything that it follows. Ano yun? This purple one here. This slash na dalawa is pwede sa isang line lang. Isang line na ito, Shungdoin. Pero, bawal siya kapag double line. So, it can be used sa isang line lang. Ito yung ginagamit pag malaking or multiple lines na yung ino-occupy niya, which is the multi-line comments. Comments that require multiple lines begin with yun, tapos asterisk, and then slash. And as you can see here, here's an example. It is useful if you have to guide your members na this part of the code is this. Ganyan. Ayan. And then we have the variables. Variables are nothing but reserved memory locations to store values. Same po siya dito sa PPT. And this part ng ating PPT sa right is nakalagay variables is also known as user-defined identifier. Meaning, ikaw po mismo ang magpapangalan sa variable na yon. Basically, in math, you can use A, B, C, D, E, F, G para sa variable mo, di ba? Pero dito, you can use words, numbers, ganyan. It is a data storage location that has a value. As you can see here sa ating ano, ayan. Here's the variable which is x in this case, and then value ni x is 10. Yun. Basically, ayun. Nakastore yung 10 inside x, which is our variable. And then, eto. Papasok na dito yung data type. By the way, doon sa ating variables is we should consider the identifiers. It is used to identify a variable. And sabi dito, in summary, you can use A to Z, capital or small caps, and an underscore. Pero it does not use um, special characters. And then, if you're gonna name your variable, like this example, manpower, and then small caps na M sa manpower, it is considered two different things. Kasi, very, very sensitive ang C++ when it comes to variables. Kapag mali ka ng write, kahit caps or small caps yan, it does not mean the same thing doon sa ating C++. Kahit matypo ka, mali din yun. Hindi niya mariread yun. Ima-match niya kasi ito doon sa variable na ipapasok mo. Kaya be careful sa pag-name ng iyong variable. And then, sa pagde-declare ng variable, paano ba siya i-declare? Kapag magde-declare ka ng variable is ano, like this, my variable. Ito. Kanina, di ba, X. Ngayon, you can, type whatever you want as long as, eto siya, A to Z, and wala siyang, underscores. Ay, underscores to, special characters. There's no special characters. And then, we have the data type. Sa data type, makikita natin yung int, string, double, float, and then integer. Int pala. Same thing naman yun. And then, ito tayo. Yung int, it determines kung anong data type ang iyong variable. Anong value ba ang ipapasok mo sa variable mo? Is it int? Let's see dito sa ating next kabilang PPT. Int holds, ito. Wait lang, ang gulo ko. Sorry. Int, ang hirap naman dito. Siya, full blown na name. Hindi siya yung ginagamit mismo sa mismong coding. Yung integer, ang niyan is, lang, X ko tuloy. Ang integer na yan is, kapag i-code mo, for example, is, let's code it na lang. Yan. Start tayo sa, int. Integer, or, siya, int. Dito sa ating code blocks. Or, C++, int. It means integer. And then, we have, dito is character. Mali. Char siya kapag gagamitin sa C++. Boolean is bool, and then floating is float, and then double floating is equals to, wait lang, double, and then void, or nakalagay dito valueless. Just, yan lang yung alam ko. I don't know the wide character pa. Isa-isahin natin tong ano, data types. Anyways, ayun na. Start tayo with integer, which is int in this case. Int. And then, after int, or yung data type mo, lagay ka ng variable. For example, ganda. Yan ang variable ko. And then, equals to, since int siya, it is only meant for numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Yan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But, int, hindi siya ginagamit sa may decimal point. Wari, 9.9. In this, bawal siya. Dapat whole numbers. Tapos dito naman sa, start tayo dito sa float. Oops. Sa float naman, pwede ang decimal. Like, I think, ilang decimal places yun. Basta mas mahaba siya. Kasi sa double. So, para naman sa double, excuse me, para sa double, paglagay natin ng ating variable, which is cute, ginagamit siya para sa decimal ulit. But, in this case, parang kokonting decimal lang ang kaya niyang i-store. Kasi magkaiba si float tsaka si double ng um, bytes. Kayang i-hold na bytes. Bytes is like the space, if I'm not wrong. Space or yung storage ng data. As you can see here, oops, hindi siya na maayos. Pero focus tayo sa PPT saglit. And then you have the data type modifiers. It's basically, ano siya, parang teach today. Data type modifiers are used with the built-in data types to modify the length of data that a particular data type can hold. As you can see dito sa, ay, oh my gosh. Laki na lang natin. Data type, which is a data type can hold. Ang tinutukoy ko is eto, yung bytes, and many more. Ginagamit siya to know and to manipulate kayang i-hold na bytes ng data type. Nakalagay dito yung signed, unsigned, short, and long. nakalagay dito sa examples na pwede mo makita and i-manipulate again yung bytes na kayang i-hold ng iyong data type. Yan, C++ data types. Ayun, nakikita niyo yung float and double, long double din dito. Ito yung kaya niyang i-hold na digits. Ito naman yung approximize bits niya. Bytes and bits. Ang 8 bits, if I am not wrong, 8 bits is equal to 1 byte ata. If kaya nagkakamali or baliktad. I'm not sure. Basta yun. And then, basta, ano to? If beginner ka naman, you don't have to memorize lahat to. You have to familiar, dapat maano ka lang, ma-familiar ka lang sa, sa kanila. Pero ang dapat mong, isanayin yung sarili mo is etong mga, na to, ito, yan. Kahit wag muna yung void kasi I don't know in your part if naturo siya fully, pero sa akin kasi hindi ko pa siya nakukuha or nakukuha na, naituturo sa akin. Pero ito, yeah, ito yung pinaka-basic that you have to learn. Yan. Ayun, yung integer na sinasabi ko. And then yung char, which is the character. Nakalagay dito yung memory range niya. But, paano nga ba gamitin ang isang char? Sa experience ko is that char can be used para sa ganito. Yung ganito, 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 ganito. Pero, you have to use single quotation. Oh my gosh. Sa ganyan, you have to use single quotation marks. So you can see nagbago yung kanyang color. If nakaganyan siya, single quotation, that means it is a char or character. Nilalagay ko siya dyan sa ating special characters. So you can use special characters, which is yung plus, minus, divide, multiply, sa ating char. And then you can use, ano, single, ano, single letters. Basta nakalagay siya in between sa single quotation marks. Like, ayan, A, B, C, D, hanggang it can be used. Basta iisa lang. And then we have boolean. Dito naman is, ito ang example natin. Boolean can be used to assign kung true or false ang iyong variable. True or false only ang kanyang purpose. Mari, pogi ako. It means true. Meron din naman, see. Oh, pwede mong ilagay it's false. And then, kapag, ano, ito naman, it is 1. Kapag true, it is 1. Kapag false, it is 0. Tandaan nyo yan. Kapag full. And then, we have the, hindi, ayun na yung float double. Then, let's check the PPT again. Yan, float and double. Meron din dito yung void. Hindi ko pa siya napapag-aralan for now. Void is a data type represents a valueless entity or without any value. It's used for those functions which does not return a value. Di ko pa siya ma-fully explain for now. Pero I'll tell the pretty girl na ano, kapag nag-gets na. And then, ito ring wide character. Data type is also a character data type, but this data type has a greater than the normal 8-bit data type, which is yung 8-bit na yun is yung parang storage. Di nakalagay dito pa yun. Ano? Ito pala. Ayan yung example. Char is letter only, float is number, and is can also be a number, int can be size, kahit ano, double is basta always remember na int, float, double, long double, lahat yun nagamit ng numbers. Pinagkaiba lang is si int, bawal ang decimal. Tapos pagdating naman ng char, yung single quotation marks. And then, etong bracket na to, it is used for arrays. Wala pa yun dyan ata if sa PPT niyo. Ayan. And x equals to 1, y equals to 2. Basically, you're just, assigning. Basic, in other words, declaring. Pero yeah, in this case, assigning yung pinapakita. And then, ayun. Ay, hindi tinuro sa inyo yung array. Bigla na lang kayong in-explain dito yung char. Basically, ano kasi, as you can see dito sa natin, char, which is eto, data type natin, eto, and then yung row size, which is eto, yung nasa loob ng number 3, and then column size. Pwede yung dalawa, which is ito. Ang tinuturo nito is gaano kadami yung laman niya. FEU 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tapos dito naman, row size muna, which is row size is ito, 1, 2. Column size is 3. Sa loob ng column na yun, may 3 variables. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ganun lang siya. Ang tawag dito is array. ARRAY. Itong may na to. Brackets. Array ang tawag dyan. Kapag nag-hold na siya ng multiple na variables. If I'm not wrong, variables ang hinahold niya. And then, ayan, assigning values to variables. Sa int, pwede ang whole number. Bawal ang decimal. Ito ang kanyang examples. Assign lang kayo ng numbers. Kada variable. Isa-isayin natin. Int, nakalagay number 1 and number 2. Magkaibang variable yan. And then, ito din. Basta meron siyang width, magkaibang variable na yun. Separate na. Int, x, y, z. I forgot to tell you na pwedeng number and value. Value to. Value. Hindi. Um, text yung ilagay nyo sa int. Pero, ang kanyang value will always be whole numbers. Bawal decimal. Katulad ng number 1. Number 1 is equals to 25. Sa number 2, 23. Then, nakalagay dito, number 1 is equal to number 2. That's wrong. Kapag binulian mo to, itong part na to ng line, it will be 0, which means false. And then dito naman, x, y, z, equal is equal to 20. Ang lalabas nito is ito, 20, 20, 20. Tapos, as you can see, lumabas dito sa ating window na naging 23. Bakit? Kung mag-assign kasi ng is uunahin niya, ipapalit niya yung old with the new. Katulad nung number 1. Di ba 25 siya? Naging 23 kasi number 1 na una. And then, pinalitan siya ng value ni number 2 kasi nga inequal siya. So, kapag sini-out mo siya, at pag tinignan mo, si N1, which is, ito is text only. Insertion operator. And then, pagkatapos ng insertion operator, is doon mo na input ang value or your variable. Variable pala. Sorry. Your variable, which is x, y, z. Number 1, number 2 is, ayan. And then, end line. Para bumaba. Ito is text. Ito yan. X, y, z, and 1, and 2. And then, tong x, y, z in this part is value niya ang lalabas. Okay? Value niya lagi ang lalabas kapag nilagay mo siya in between the insertion operator. As you can see here. And ito ang hirap nito. Kasi nililito-lito ko. Dito, una, A is 10, B is 4. So, A is 10, B is 4. And then, A is equals to B. Sino mauuna? Sino mahuhuli? Si B. Kasi si B ang nandito. So, ang value ni B, which is 4, magiging ganon. Magiging parehas sa letter A. So, mapapalitan si letter A. Yun. Makikita here, napalitan si letter A. And then, nag-assign na naman tayo again sa letter B is equal to 7. Pero, nag-stay pa rin ang 4 natin sa A. Kasi hindi naman natin siya nag-assign ng bago. Again, paano ba mag-read paano ba i-read ng computer to? Dapat pababa siya. Kaya, katulad ng pagbasa, from top to down. Kung sino mauna siya yung alt, and then panununununu. Kapag binago yung luma, lalabas yung bago. As you can see here, yung A equals G, like I've said, naging 4 sila parehas. And then, nagbago na naman. Ginawang letter to yung value ng B, ginawa mo letter 7. Ang sa labas na niyan is letter 7 is EB kasi bagong assigned value na eh. Kaya, ang lalabas here is 4 and 7. The other way to initialize variables, known as constructor initialization, is done by enclosing the initial value between parentheses. Yan. Basically, yung equal daw is panalitan mo ng parentheses. Pero, as you can see here sa example, it is the same as equals to number 10. Bago ko i-end, himayin muna natin 'tong code here. Nakalagay dito int is equals to a equal 5. Tapos sabihin naman equals to 2. Kasi nakalagay dito sa example, ganito rin din ang kanyang format na iba lang. And then int result. This is the variable. Sa A, nag-assign siya again na ang A is equals to A plus 3. This is a operational operator. Yung plus minus divide. Ayan. So, bale, magiging 5 plus 3. So, 2. I mean, mali. Wala palang letter B dito. So, ano na pala? Nilagay niya lang number. So, yung A, restart tayo. Yung A plus 3 is formula yan. Formula na nilagay niya. I-a-assign niya yung output neto, yung kakalabasan dito sa bagong A natin. So, lagay natin yung A equals 5 dito. 5 plus 3. Ang bagong value ng A is number 8. And then, remember that, number 8. Baba natin. Yung number 8 na yon, lagayin natin dito sa bagong A natin. And then, labas natin ang ating letter B. So, letter B is 2. So, 8 minus 2, i-a-assign natin yung value nun, which is 6, sa result. And then, kapag simi out natin, and then result equals to insertion operator and then your variable. Para mailabas natin sa labas ang ang value ng variable na result is lalagay siya here. Makita natin sa output, result equals, nakalagay dito, result equals, this result is 6. Iyon. Ano na info na to. And then, ito rin, info na rin to kung parts lang to ng coding. Sa other video na lang to. Kasi ang haba na.